Hello people of the world, how are you today? You good? Cool. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking to you about the Disney College program and my emotional roller coaster of a journey that was my application process and eventually my acceptance. So I applied January 30th, which was I think a Thursday? I'm not sure. But it was towards the end of the week that applications first came out. I applied and I went through all the application process, and I put preferences for all the different roles that I liked, and I didn't put that many roles that I was interested in. And then later when I find out that people are like, oh no, you have to put more roles in, I was kind of nervous. I was like, oh my god, I put like 5 roles only that I was interested in, and is that bad? Is that good? And honestly, it isn't. If you put that you're not interested in many roles, it's okay. It's better to put that you're not interested in roles that you wouldn't want to do than put interested and then get that job and not like it. So after I sent in my application, I just waited, and then I waited a couple of days, and then when I checked back onto my dashboard, it said that I was in submission. And I didn't know what that was. I hadn't heard about that. So I started researching everywhere, and I hadn't seen many articles, or not articles, but Tumblr posts, I guess, or I didn't see a lot of information on being in submission. So being in submission is that you're kind of in limbo. They didn't send you a web-based interview automatically. Well, not automatically, but quickly. But a person already reviewed your application, and they found that they're still deciding of whether to send you a web-based interview or not. So I was kind of like, oh no, this is bad. I'm just in limbo now, and I just have to wait. The only thing you can do is wait. So I just waited and waited and waited. I think I waited about 2 months until I heard back. So yeah, it's better to wait. After I was in submission, I checked back like any other DCP person, DCP hopeful would do. I checked back every day, and it still say in submission, in submission. So after being in submission for quite a while, I was kind of bummed out, and I pretty much lost hope. But I got one little drop of hope left in me, which was the character performer audition. And I'll be explaining more about the audition process in next week's video, so keep an eye out for that. But yes, my hope and my dream of getting into the Disney College program was really riding on this audition. So I auditioned March 5th, I think it was a Thursday. It was March 5th in Orlando. And so I went over there and I auditioned, and then I came back. And then 2 days later, there was a no longer in consideration wave, which is pretty much saying that you didn't get into the program. And I was kind of freaking out a little bit, because I was like, oh man, I just auditioned and we're not hearing results back from the character performer auditions for another 2 weeks until everybody had auditioned in all the other cities. And I was kind of worried about that, and so I checked on my dashboard, and it said that I was no longer in consideration, and I was bummed. I was like, oh man, I went through all that. I went through the character performer audition, and for what? Like, why did I even do it? And just 2 days later, I was gonna be denied of getting into the Disney College program. After that, I just let it go, like Elsa, and I just chilled. And then 2 weeks later, I think it was on March 20th, I got an email saying that I got a web-based interview. And I was like, what? I got a web-based interview? I remember I was in the car with my parents, and I was just freaking out because I was like, how could this happen? I got no longer in consideration. How am I getting a web-based interview now? So I was really happy. I was like, yes! I don't know how, but I got a web-based interview. So I went running home. Well, not running home, but I got home and I went on my dashboard, and it said that I was in progress. It no longer said that I was no longer in consideration. And I was like, what? But I was not complaining. I researched on YouTube, what to do for a web-based interview. And the one tip that I have for you for the web-based interview is don't be nervous about it. And, well, actually 2 tips. Don't be nervous about it, and put strong answers. Like, they have between strongly disagree, I think neutral, and then agree, and then strongly agree. Put either strongly agree or strongly disagree for your answers. Put a strong answer, don't just put agree or disagree. Go for it. Put strong answers because they like people who are really decided on their point of view on that situation. And so I completed the web-based interview, and then I was kind of nervous. I was like, oh my god, please let me get in. So I completed the web-based interview, and then I got an email saying that I have to schedule my phone interview. And I was like, oh my god, I'm getting a phone interview. Right then and there, I scheduled my phone interview, I think a week later, yeah. I scheduled it, no, was it a week later? I don't know, but I scheduled it a couple of days afterwards. And so that way I had time to research the questions and, get prepared. Feel ready for that phone interview, because that is very important. The phone interview is a very big part of you getting into the college program. So I have a few questions here that they asked me. So what I did, I had these papers stuck on that wall right there, and I just taped them up. And I answered bullet points to the questions from what I researched on YouTube. So I just taped them on there, and if she asked me, if her name was Tony, she was awesome. If the phone interviewer asks you a question, you could just look at the wall, see that you have the question right there, see what you put for that, like your answer for that question, and then answer it and just elaborate on that. So she asked me if I was an international student, and if you put on your application that you spoke a different language, she'll ask you about that. She asked me if I had ever lived with a roommate before. What would you do if there was a conflict with your roommate? Big question is, how do you think the DCP can help you with your future career, and what skills could you take with you? Very big question. Put a lot of thought into this one, because I feel that one has a lot of weight. They want to see how the Disney College program is going to affect your career, why you're doing it, and how it can help better your career. Another one is if you had previous work experience or volunteer experience if you have never worked before. What was one of the busiest days that you had at work, and how did you handle it? How would you deal with repeating the same things over and over? Would you rather work as a team or independently? Would you be comfortable working indoors or outdoors? Have you ever had to deal with a safety issue? Then they ask you questions more towards the roles that you put interest in. So I put interest in character attendant. So they asked me, if you were a character attendant and Mickey had to leave right now, before meeting some children and their family, what would you tell them? So you have to put yourself in that situation and talk about it. And then finally, she asked me, what were your 2 favorite roles, and why do you think you're suited for them? Put a lot of thought into that one too, because they're gonna try their best for you to get those roles. They want you to be happy, and they don't want you to be miserable in the Disney College program. So the whole interview lasted about 22 minutes. So it usually ranges between 15 to 30 minutes. So keep in mind that. Set aside half an hour before and half an hour after your interview, because they can call you, is it half an hour before or 15 minutes before? I think it's 15 minutes before. I'm not sure. But leave half an hour before or half an hour after before your phone interview. That way you have enough time, ample time, to do that interview comfortably and do it in a quiet space. So after I did my phone interview, I just had to wait. I couldn't do anything else except wait. So I was just, all that time that I was waiting, I was just reflecting on how the application process was and how I did on my phone interview and how I got from being no longer in consideration all the way to completing my phone interview. I was just reflecting on that, and all you have to do is wait and chill and relax. There's nothing more that you can do. So just chill and wait for the best. Remember that everything happens for a reason. So later on March 27th, I got an email saying, congratulations, I got into the DCP. What? I was like, no way. I was in line at Dairy Queen. I was in the drive-through line at Dairy Queen. Just, you know, it was a long line, so I was just like checking through my phone. I was checking my email and I saw Disney College Program. Congratulations, you have ... And I was like, what? Oh my god, what? I clicked that thing so fast. Oh my god. And I opened it up and I read it and I was just like, I was kind of like in shock, like, this is happening. This is really happening. This isn't a dream, right? I'm getting Dairy Queen, right? I got into the DCP and it said in the email to check, you know, go online and check what your role is and accept, yada yada yada. And I was just like, oh my god, Dairy Queen, hurry up. I want to find out what role I got. So I drive back home safely. And I got home and I went on my computer and I checked online, and then I saw that I had gotten in for character performer. And I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. I got the role that I wanted, and it was just an emotional roller coaster from the beginning of the application process all the way to the end. From waiting 2 months to hear back, then hearing that I got no longer in consideration, to then getting my web-based interview and phone interview, then to getting the role that I really wanted. I was really happy and so appreciative of being able to have this experience. So after I found out my role, I called my parents and they were so happy. They had left earlier that day out of town. So it was kind of a bummer that they couldn't share that experience with me, but I was able to call them and they were super happy for me. And yes, I'm just really excited. I leave for the Disney College Program in 20 days. Oh my god. It's almost here. It is almost here. People are signing in, checking in. Next week or in like 2 weeks already, starting for the fall. So if you're here for the fall 2015, what's up? Hope to see you there. And yes, I'm checking August 24th. And I'm really excited. It was such a journey, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment down below, like this video, and stay tuned for next week for that audition process video. And probably gonna make a bucket list for DCP and also just packing for DCP. Just expect a lot of Disney College Program stuff from now on. Alright? So thank you for watching and see you guys next time. Bye!